And as we count down to the biggest event in our space program, perhaps in this entire generation, Chandrayaan-3, as just 36 hours left for its touchdown, that soft landing on the lunar surface. Republic brings you voices of experts in the field. Dr. Surendra Singh, former director of ISRO, spoke to Republic's Prajwal Prasad. He said there is no comparison between Russia's Luna 25 and India's Chandrayaan-3. He also exhibited confidence in the mission. Let's listen in to that exclusive conversation.
It is India's third moonshot and the most ambitious mission towards the moon, which is the Chandrayaan-3. And with less than 3 days to go for this launch as well, we are joined in by Dr. Surendra Singh ji as well, who is the former director of ISRO. Let's go across and try to understand as to what are the nitty-gritties and what makes it challenging. And this time around, what we can go ahead and expect with the Chandrayaan-3 too. So first and foremost, thank you for speaking to Republic Media Network.
Thank you.
So we saw that the Luna 25 crashed as well. It left later than the Chandrayaan-3 too, but we saw that it has crashed as well and there was no soft landing that was possible. Any sort of inferences that we can draw from the Luna 25 and the Chandrayaan-2 mission to the Chandrayaan-3 mission?
Well, first it's a very unfortunate part that Luna 25 crashed. And, you know, Luna 25 is an automatic system. Okay, so what do they call it? Auto station. While they verify and it's supposed to be, there should be a loop inside which should take care. It is supposed to work, if suppose you would have soft landed, it would have worked for 1 year. Okay, they had a RTG generator inside it. They had similar experiment as we are going to have in Chandrayaan-3, almost similar experiment. Now what must have happened is that one of the commands must have gone wrong. See, internally generated commands must have gone wrong when they generate the trigger the command. So from the 100 kilometers orbit, when they were deboosting it to lower frequency, it has it must have gone into a spin mode, or there must have something else must have happened because it has not come out and then it crashed. But we cannot say that it crashed because of some technological thing. See, such software glitches do happen. In my opinion, it's a software glitch. They have not explained it. I would also loosely say that somebody has done a PhD, and if you ask him to appear in a, say, graduation examination, and if he doesn't do well, it doesn't mean the capability and competence of the person is less. See, they have come after almost 50 years into this field. Okay, and there must have been some different reasons. It was supposed to be launched in 2021. No, it was launched now. So unfortunate thing did happen, and maybe a failure analysis report, if it becomes public, we will know about it. But I don't think our mission persons will draw any inference from this one. So these two things are independent. If it would have worked, we were not in competition, you know. So it would have complemented, all those scientific results would have complemented to Chandrayaan-3. And Russia is a friendly country. You know, from Aryabhatta onwards, they have helped us, so I remember everything.
Okay. Yeah. So now going ahead and looking at it, the ISRO seems to be quite confident of the fact that this time there will be a soft landing. So looking at the soft landing in itself, what is that which is making ISRO very confident? And I would also want you to shed more light into the laser Doppler, velocimetry instrument as well, which is basically called as the third eye, which was not present in the Chandrayaan-2, but is present in the Chandrayaan-3. And what are the sort of differences that we are speaking in terms of algorithms?
See, it's first and foremost is, it's almost like Chandrayaan-2. Okay, we are having a communication with the orbiter. As far as communication links are concerned, they are almost like this. What we planned earlier was that 200 kilobits of communication link, which has become 500 kilobits. So we will get a faster data rates. Okay. Now, what are the changes done? First is there is a more propellant put inside the lander itself. So suppose if it's not able to land on a proper place, which a desired place, then still it can go round and come back after a few days, or maybe even after 1 month it can land. I mean, that sort of capability is built in. Another thing is that lot of software changes have been done. That takes, and the dispersion limits have been increased. See, when we talk about earlier, suppose we had a 50 Newton dispersons, now it has been made to 80 Newton thrusters. Now earlier we had a 5 rockets, which was slightly more. It was not slightly; it was quite more than what is needed. Now we have got 4 rockets. The slew rate is where we can control the flow of the liquid inside it, like hydrogen, oxidizer, because these are all liquid engines. They can be controlled, they can be stopped. So we can control it. We can also, the nozzle also can be changed slightly. It's called slew rate. It's like this, suppose you want to change the, you take a water tap. Okay, I can always change it flow. If I make a full throttle, whole water will come out. Otherwise, I can control it. That sort of thing. Roughly, it's not exactly same, but roughly like that. So we can control the thrust. We can vary the thrust. We can have 2 motors or 4 thrusters or 2 thrusters as per the need requirement. Then there is a closed loop inside it. Okay, and the closed loop will take care how much it should be there. So now when so we have got 3 stages here. Rough braking, and after that navigation. So presently navigation, what we get is through the whatsoever is there, gyros inside, etc. And then we have got a laser gyro inside, which is very accurate. But any gyro has got a dispersion,
Okay.
It deviates from it. So we have got a star sensor. We had a star sensor there also, but we have got a star sensor, and these gyros will be getting calibrated just during the rough braking, and after that there is navigation. So there will be absolute calibration of the navigation.